So next, let's go ahead and implement our level now that we have our bricks and we have our doors. The same way, everything in our game, or almost everything in our game, is going to be an entity. So let's just make our EntityLevel class. And just the same way, this is going to be a game entity. Once again, control dot will allow you to bring the inputs in. And the level is going to contain 3 doors, a door for going out, a door for going for the level on top, and a door for going for the level below, as well as the bricks. So for that, we're going to need to define our instance variables. So let's go ahead and define 3 doors. We're going to name the first one ed door back, which is going to be door to the way back, med door up, med door down. And again, this ed is just so that I know that it's an entity door named door down. It's just for my own naming conventions. You're free to name it whichever way you like. I just find it easier that way, especially if once I'm using the tool, it's very easy for me to find them with IntelliSense. Finally, we need one more entity, and this one is going to be the bricks. So I'm going to call it EB for entity bricks, and we're just going to call it bricks. Same way, we're going to create a constructor for this entity, and what we're going to do in here is we're going to provide or build the location of all our doors. So we're going to place the door up as a new entity, of course, and we're going to create a new vector for it. So it's going to be vector 2, and what we're going to pass is we're going to name it 3 by 50, and we're going to make sure that it is actually not open. And again, get rid of this if you want to, if it bothers you like it does to me, and then press Control dot so you can bring in the using. Now we have our entity up. By the way, this mistake up here is not bricks, but rather it is level. So here we go. Now next, let's get the next door. This is going to be the door down, new entity door. We're going to give it a position. This position is going to be on the same X, however it's going to be below the bricks, therefore we are going to place it a little bit below the y-axis. If you guys remember, in the screen goes from 0 to in the top left corner all the way to the positive y, so it's 0, 10, 20, 30, and so on and so forth, all the way to the bottom right corner being the maximum positive y. Let's put the bricks. Remember, again, assign a position, and in this case for the bricks we're going to make them 10 by 150, simply because we want a little bit off the left side of the screen. We don't want it to be too tight, and we want to put it about the middle, about the center of the screen. And finally, the door back, which is going to lie a little bit on top of the bricks. So here in the position, we're going to make it 40x and a little bit above. Remember that the door gets positioned using the top left corner of the door, so we need to give a little bit of space for it to land on top of the bricks. So we have our constructor, it's already built. Next thing, again, let's override our update method. As of right now, we're not going to do any updates, so let's just remove the exception. However, for the other two, for the draw method and the handle events, we're simply going to delegate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to public override. Let's override our draw method. And simply what we're going to do once we get and include this guy, we're going to simply delegate the draw to each one of our entities. So I'm just going to pass down this privilege to each one of them. Alright, so we have now drawn all our entities the same way. Let's go ahead and override the handles event method. And once again, all we're going to simply do is we're going to delegate the event handling down to each of these entities that we have created. Just in case that they want to or need to take care of the events themselves. So this entity is very straightforward. Once again, not that much to be worried about. We simply create our entities. We created them inside the constructor, so whenever we create a new level, we're going to have those entities there. We're going to leave the object for later times. Right now we're doing nothing in the object. We're simply now delegating the draw and the handling